Good to be here. Welcome, all that are here. I don't know, probably most of you don't see the schedule, but some of you have home, you have a schedule, the name, who's responsible for church today. If you look at the schedule today, I think the names there, not one of them is here. So, I think there was Daryl's name for devotions and singing. That was my mistake. I had put his name there on his day off. And parents, his name is for the message. The whole family. I think in the mountain somewhere. So, Granny is there. Maren is there. Maren was responsible for her children. I guess I should have replaced them. Felt like I was doing the same message. Alright. Okay. Today, I have a list of references from the Bible. I will write them there. Begin with those verses. Those are kind of the topic. Later, I have more verses. Verse 19. Don't store treasures for yourself here on earth, where moths and rust destroy them, and thieves get in and steal them. But store your treasures in heaven. There, they cannot be destroyed by moths or rust, and thieves cannot break in and steal. Your heart will be where your treasure is. And then verse 24. No one can serve No one can serve two masters. The person will hate one and follow the other one. But you cannot serve. You cannot. You need to choose which one. Okay, there's one word. That is kind of the point. Treasures. Okay. What is the sign for rust? I was doing this, but is that right? Rust. Rust. Okay. Metal. Oh, my car did not have it here, but my car, you see? Yeah, so these verses say, do not gather here on earth, but encourage us in heaven. So, what does it mean to gather treasures here? So, what is this? These gold treasures. So some people, they just love to. They just love it. I read in the past, sometimes there were people, they call them pirates. Those people, they were robbers. Where would they steal? On a boat. If they saw another boat, maybe they would kill the people. Expensive treasures. There could be more. Some people, I don't know if you're in Belize, but I know some people, they have their own plane. Me, if I want to go, I just buy a ticket. I do not have my own. But some people, they have their own. If they want, all right, go. All right, tomorrow I decide other country. So, rich people, they have their own planes. The president, he has a big one. Inside, beds and office, and if he wants, he goes. So, there'll be more. Some people, if they want to go on a vacation, have their own boat, they get in it. They have all the money they need. Okay. For some people, they have or maybe they have land, a lot, farms, very big farms, or maybe animals. We know the Bible story, Job, he had a lot of animals. Way back in the Bible, If they saw a person, he had a lot of animals, they knew he was rich. They did not count money. Animals, they had a lot. So, or maybe fancy cars. These are not really fancy, but this, oh, 2 doors. Can. So, yeah, I know, I think in Germany they make them. What was their name? Fancy cars. What about this? Maybe. There it is. Spelling bee. Second place junior. 2004. I don't know who did it. 2004, that's a long time ago. Maybe Josling. Possibly that Josling was the winner. Possibly. So, some people, I read recently, the top swimmer in the world is a deaf man. I think he lives in Australia. I already signed up. The world, deaf. For houses, all of you want a fancy house, right? You like, right? Okay, these are treasures, but I am not saying that all this is wrong. There's a verse in Luke 16 verse 9, I think it is. That verse, Jesus is saying, this Bible says, I tell you, make friends for yourselves using the worldly riches, so that when these riches are gone, you will be welcomed in the homes, continue forever. So Jesus is saying, use that. Use it. Fine. But like that verse was saying, where your treasure is, your heart will be with it. So it is fine. We can use it here in this world. But we do not want our hearts that should not be or treasures. Or treasures in heaven. Yeah, it's fine here. We need houses. I know many of you at home, you have houses with, and that is good, that is fine. We need to use houses. That is fine. Well, this one, again, it's not very important, but yeah, spelling, games is fine. But you need to be careful not to worship. Car, use it. Well, some Christians, they have their own planes. I know in Guatemala, missionaries, they were using planes to help. Some people, they have their own boats to use. I have a friend in close to Placencia. He has his boat and he's working, looking for lobsters. That's his job. He uses a boat. Yes, farm, fine to work, but where is our heart? Do we? Or which? Can, if we die, can, maybe I want to heaven, but can I take my these verses say, these wretches story. One of my friends in Mexico, he had a new one, worker, off. Was gone. He had a red one. Huh? Okay. All of these things, they will, one day, they will be gone. This could mean other people, they respect me, but we do not need it. I remember, I was at a funeral in Placencia. I remember, really sad. We went. When we got there, people, they were still. And we saw in the coffin, we saw the woman that died with her. They had what for? Some people, if here, maybe you can put more. Maybe this. Some people, they say, me, if I die, with me. One. What for? What does it help? If I die, This, not for eternity. There was one man. Recently I read the story. He had a fancy car. That man, he said, if I die, my body, put it in the car and bury it. What for? So, people, when he died, his car, buried him. So these things, we cannot. Really important. The heart. This or Matthew 10 verse 28. The verse says, do not be afraid of people. They can kill your bodies. You do not need to be afraid. But we need to be afraid who can destroy our soul. So that clearly shows our soul cannot die. Or if I have my treasure is Jesus is in my heart, nobody can steal Jesus from here. They can kill my body. In the past it happened. People, Christians, these people, they could not steal Jesus out of the heart. They could not. Yeah, their body, some of those Christians, we burned them. But they could not steal real treasure in their heart. Matthew 5 verse 29 and 30. If your right eye tempts you to sin, it is better take that eye out than to continue with both eyes and not get to heaven. No, if your right hand causes you to sin, better cut it off, throw in the garbage, than with again. If your hand tempts you to sin, it's better to throw in the garbage than continue have both hands and go to hell. So those verses clearly say these treasures, even our own body, is not important. Not too long ago, I had a message about time here is short. It is true sometimes, but we need to remember here, this world, short time. not stop. Matthew 16, verse 26. It is worth nothing for them to have this whole world if they lose their souls. They could never pay enough to buy back their souls. What that verse is meaning? If you own all of this, if you own a lot of land, the world is your own. After you die, helps nothing. The richest man in the world, I don't even know what his name is right now. Sometimes it changes. But richest man in the world, he owns a lot. He will die. His grave, same size. For help, nothing. Okay. All right. Maybe you think, okay, I am poor, so I did not have treasures. Do you think only rich people have their treasures here? I think it can happen. Poor also have their treasures in this world. First Timothy 6, verse 9 and 10. It says, the person that wants to be rich will have temptation. The verse does not say the person that is rich. Notice that? The verse says the person that wants to be rich. So it could be a poor man that does not even own a bicycle. He's walking all broke up. That person could want to be rich. I think the earthly treasures, it can be more, not only these things. I think earthly treasures can be, for example, maybe we have a sin we keep hitting, or a lust that we still enjoy here. We're not ready to give it up. We want that sin. We are not ready to. I think that is also treasure. It is not money, but it could be maybe one example. Okay, here's a Christian, and he sees not a Christian, and he kind of backslides once, sin. all the well, he feels, but he's not ready to leave it. His treasure is here. His treasure is on earth, like it says. Or maybe and you feel or maybe unforgiveness. Unforgiveness can be a treasure, or bitterness, or maybe you feel other people, they ignore me, they don't like me. You know what unforgiveness. Self-pity. I have experienced that. Self-pity, I enjoy it. I think I told you the story before. One time, I don't know, 11, I was young. We had my uncles, aunts, family, we got together at Christmas. One of my aunts or my cousin, he was giving candies to the children. I was here and somehow she missed me. Candy? What did I do? I could have kind of like joined this group and she would have given me. But me, what did I do? I just went off by myself and then I enjoyed that self-pity. I just went by myself and then, they don't like me. It was my own fault. Instead of forgiving, I went by myself. Earthly treasure. I enjoyed self-pity. Or maybe a bad friend. You know that friend is bothering you, but you don't want to leave it. Or maybe a habit, drinking or smoking. Nobody does it here. But it can be. Remember this woman? We don't. The treasures. Or maybe you like if people one example. There was a man, he owned a bar, and a beautiful bar, and all the people, they would become a Christian. He would need to leave that. The other people, they would stop respecting him. Maybe we want other people to respect me. Or maybe selfishness or fun. You enjoy, it's a little dirty, but I prefer not to leave it. I want it. Matthew, first something else. I have heard. I have not seen it, but I have heard. And I've heard stories. People, if they want, catch monkeys. What they do, a coconut, a hole, inside peanuts. They'll put peanuts in there, and the people no? That monkey is dumb enough for one peanut. She catches him, takes him home. He's dumb, right? For one peanut. All you need to do, but he could. Do we? Or unforgiveness, or maybe friends, or sin. We could be free. That monkey lost his freedom because one peanut. Do we lose our freedom because Matthew 16, verse 24. Okay, please have it here. Then Jesus said to his followers, if people want to follow me, they must give up things they want. They must be willing even to give up their lives to follow me. Jesus says, if we want saved treasures in heaven, we need that. If not, we need our sins, our desires, our lusts, our fun. We cannot. Verse 24, we cannot. We cannot. We must choose this or this. It's fine to use it, but our hearts a little bit. So how can we save up treasures in heaven? How? First of all, Jesus. Really precious. We have Jesus in our heart. He's our treasure. verse, I tell you, if you would give a cup of water to a person, that treasure in heaven. Here in the same chapter, verse 11 and 12. People will insult you. They will lie about you and say all kinds of evil about you because you follow me. But when they do that, you will be happy. Rejoice and be glad, because you have a great reward waiting for you in heaven. If here, this world, we experience, we need to surrender that. Maybe other people, they're mocking. Rejoice in heaven. If here, we help other people, saving treasures in heaven. Now, I don't know. I know that I cannot pay my way to heaven. I know that. Some people say that the good we do here is kind of like, I don't know. I believe that in heaven everything is going to be perfect. I don't know if one person will get more. I kind of doubt it. But that's not the point now. Some people, they say that in heaven we will get crowns. And the more good we do here, the more stars. Well, I don't know. Getting to heaven is only by the mercy of Jesus. We cannot pay, but we want to do good here. Save up treasures in heaven. Story that I recently read. Okay, first, another story. When I was about 17, 18, I remember church, youth group. Sometimes we would go to sing different places. Group, we would go, sing, oh, we would go and sing for them. I remember this one man, he lived in Kamalote, village this side of Bango Pond. He lived. I remember youth group, we would go and sing for him. And this man, he didn't have legs. He was sitting in this wheelchair, and we would sing for him. And I could see his face was just full of joy. And we would sing for him. This man didn't have any legs. When we were done singing, he shared his testimony. He said, in the past, I could walk. I was fine. Legs, they were fine. But my heart, full of sin, evil. Then it happened. I think it was an accident. And he couldn't walk. But his heart changed. He was a Christian. This man, his testimony was peace in his heart was more important than his legs. Just like one of these verses. This man, his testimony was really good. He said, before my legs were fine, my heart. Now, I'm just so blessed. The man that lived there for years I haven't met him, but I remember before I met him. One more story. Name Jim. He lived in England. Jim, he had a fancy house. He had a fancy car. He had a good job. A lot of money. He had a beautiful wife. His wife bought 2 cars. They were enjoying it. Then happened. Crashed. And this man, what happened? One of his eyes was out. The other one went to the hospital. The doctors, they tried. This one took it out. Other one, they couldn't fix it, they took it out. His eyes, he became blind. His car was destroyed. Job, he couldn't go back to his job because he was blind. Fired him. On top of that, his wife said, you're blind now. Divorce. Jim, before he had, they were gone. His treasure was gone. But this man, he found a new treasure. His testimony, other Christians, they were helping him, and he became a Christian. This man, his testimony, now I have God's treasure, blind. Before, gone, treasure in heaven. Me, sometimes I find that I'm copying that monkey. That I need again. So, future. Right now, I don't know. I don't know. That's the desire. Again, verse 24, we cannot. We cannot. We must. If we want that, we must do that. That's good. Yes, we thank you. Try to in heaven. Pray you help all of us. Sometimes we still want that. We pray that we can leave it. Have this treasure in heaven. I pray for it. Jerry and Eddie, family, last time. Pray for each one here. Some in Seattle, some in Canada, from the last time. Help each one be ready to let go.